Isn't it funny how when they want to glorify wrongdoing, they put it all over the news, all over social media, fake news put it out there when they are glorifying something that's completely wrong. But when justice is brought to those things that are wrong, where's the mainstream media at on this? What are you guys up to, my American brothers and sisters? I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on all the platforms that you see above and below. Click the thumbs up button right now. That way my content can stay consistently recommended to you. And if and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification in the process that will bring up another tab to allow you to select all notifications. That way you will be notified whenever I do post. Last but not least, don't forget to go check out my other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father. That is going to be piloting content this week, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally there. I'm going to be putting out content. Again, that channel is called Man, Husband, Father, in which I recommend all of you guys go and subscribe to it. Women, men, whether you fall into that category, being a man, being a husband, being a father, go over there. And if you are the wife, the girlfriend, the sister, the mother, the aunt of one of those things up there, being a man, husband, and father, make sure you guys go over there and check it out too, okay? Because we're getting into some deep stuff. The link is down in the description, though, by the way. All right, folks, so we have to talk about this because we know that the mainstream media, the news, is going to be completely silent on this when it comes to this young man right here who crushed a lot of women's dreams. But Trump administration is stepping in and doing something about that. If you don't know who that is Mr. Thomas, right? Mr. Thomas is someone who claimed to be transgender, who literally beat the crap out of a lot of girls in swimming competitions. He would go into the locker rooms, expose his elongated penis with external ovaries in front of the girls. Y'all don't get that? Okay, some of y'all are going to take a little while to catch on. Anyway, the Education Department said Monday it has found the University of Pennsylvania in violation of Title IV, the federal law against sex discrimination, for allowing transgender students to compete on its women's sports teams. The department said it had notified Penn President J. Larry Jameson of the finding and distributed a proposed resolution agreement to be signed within 10 days, requiring the school to bar transgender athletes from women's athletic programs and send letters of apology to female athletes whose experiences have been marred by sex discrimination. And I think that's a fair thing to do because it has been. The Education Department did not mention any specific instances of trans athletes at Penn. Did I just skip something? No. Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, the Department of Education, the Education Department did not mention any specific instances of trans athletes at Penn, but said the school, as part of the agreement, must erase transgender female students' records, awards, or similar recognition for Division I swimming competitions. A clause that applies solely to Mr. Leah Thomas, a former University of Pennsylvania swimmer who competed on the school's women's team for one season in 2022, the year he graduated. Asked whether the department had found Penn to have violated Title IV because it allowed Thomas to swim on the school's women's team that year, an Education Department spokesperson pointed to a February news release that announced Title IV investigations into Penn, San Jose University, and Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. That announcement refers to Thomas by name. It is unclear whether there are any transgender students currently competing in women's sports at Penn. The NCAA, of which the university is a member, banned transgender women from women's sports in February to comply with one of the President Trump's executive orders. The University of Pennsylvania has never had a transgender student athlete policy of its own and has previously said they said they're following the new NCAA guidelines. In 2022, the year he graduated, he became the first transgender person to win the NCAA Division I championship after winning the women's 500-yard freestyle and swimming. At the same time, championship meet in Atlanta, Thomas tied for 5th place in the women's 200-yard freestyle with Riley Gaines, a former University of Kentucky swimmer turned conservative political activist who frequently campaigns against the inclusion of transgender athletes in women's sports. Now, the one thing I want to point out here is this. A spokesperson for the university declined to comment on the department's announcement or findings. The Trump administration said in March it was freezing $175 million in federal funding to the university, Trump's alma mater, for allowing transgender athletes to compete in women's sports. A senior White House official attributed the move to the school allowing Thomas, who previously swam on Penn's men's team, to compete in the women's team during the 2021-2022 season. The education department since February has initiated at least a dozen inquiries into states, schools, and athletic associations allowing men, student athletes to compete in girls and women's sports. Earlier this month, the department referred to its Title IV investigation into Maine to the Justice Department, which sued the state the following week in a civil lawsuit accusing the state's officials of willfully violating federal law. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to find in this is that the Trump administration is cutting funding to these schools that do not want to comply to federal law. What's amazing about this is a lot of things that the mainstream media is doing when they absolutely 100%, and I've been saying it for years, they will get behind a wrong thing that's completely destructive to the person that they're encouraging to do such things. What are you talking about, Ty? Gender affirmation, getting on hormone pills, chemically castrating your sons, girls getting their mammary glands moved, getting their vajayjays vacuumed out and putting in a prosthetic penis, allowing men to compete in women's sports. The media, the machine, the evil entities that's behind all this push you to do it, encourage you to do it, give you positive feedback. Ooh, yes, you're pioneering, you're slaying, you're doing great. Get behind it. They had all the propaganda and sensationalism behind it. When the end of those who are evil, the end game of them is to destroy you. And while you're being destroyed, no one is going to come there to save you. No one is going to come there to comfort you. No one is going to put your story out there. See, they'll get behind you when you're trying to be trans. They'll get behind you while you're trying to be homosexual. They'll get behind you while you're transitioning. They'll get behind you while you're a man getting in women's sports. Excuse me, and things of the sort. They'll get behind the parent who has a little kid who doesn't have the mental capacity to understand what he's doing or what she's doing, to have them get these gender affirmation surges and all that. But what they will not show you is how that person turned out. What they will not show you is if that person ended themselves. Y'all know what I'm getting at. They will not show you any of that. The news won't show you that. The news won't show you the results of that. The news won't show you the long-term effects of any of that. But what they will show you is how everybody seemed like it was, oh, so joyful to do it. Oh, good for them. They'll show you all that. But they will not show you the destruction of those individuals in the end. And that's the danger of all this, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, point in saying all that is, isn't it amazing that no major news networks that was pushing all again behind Leah Thomas and all that, him and his elongated clitoris and external ovaries, they were all behind him. But now that this has come out and come against the very school that he competed at, oh, hush, hush. Yeah, I know. Anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about this by putting it in the comment section after this video. Do not forget to do what you see in the animation right here. That will greatly help the channel. And if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it's going to be up there. Things as of yesterday right here. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.